And welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge, and this one is all about painting the figure in your landscapes or singularly or wherever you want to put them in the interiors, on a chair, sofas. But how do you paint figures? I hear this all the time. Let's make it easy on yourself. Yes, you have to practice a lot. Practice a lot. Let me show you how I practice. Makes it a little bit easier. I start off painting carrots. Carrots! With a little head. All right? And I do rows and rows of carrots. Eventually, I start doing the background. These are carrots with little heads. Crazy, huh? And then the background. Well, I love to do what I call the Rembrandt lighting. Dark against light, dark against light. You flip it. Think of Rembrandt lighting, the lighting coming in from a window, right? It shines only on the torso. The background is a dark room. So I practice that on lots of little ones, little carrots. Dark in the top, dark in the bottom, white against black. All right, but now it's cutting them right in half. Don't want to do that. We want to blend it a little bit like this. Let me show you how I do it. It's time to practice carrots with a big brush just like this. This is one of those Isabey pseudo sable brushes. Look how soft it is. Just like a squirrel tail, really soft. And big pile of my acrylic lamp black, Holbein lamp black. Thick, very, very thick and very black. So what I'm doing is watering it down, really making it to a juicy, just like that, really juicy. You want this to flow off the brush. Sometimes I use the flat brushes. So here's your carrots. Push down hard, come down, boom, done. Do another one. Push down hard, come down, make a nice funky carrot. There we go, carrot. Do another one. Boy, that's a real funky carrot. You're starting to get the whole idea, I think. I'm gonna come down here, another little carrot. Now, how do we turn them into figures? Simple. You put little heads on them, tiny, not a giant one. Don't put bowling balls on top of their heads. We make them too big. Look at people walking on the beach. Their heads are pretty small. Watch what would happen if I made a bigger head. See, that doesn't look right. Simple carrot, push down hard, like that. Maybe a little bit of a head. One of the things I like to do also here, don't skip the part about a shadow. Otherwise, you're floating in space. So I like to give them a little bit of an illusion of a shadow. You can put a head in there if you want. Okay, now that's the carrot. What about dark to light? Well, we can do the dark to light like this, where the background is dark. Comes down. This is like negative shape painting. There's your carrot with the head. But somewhere down here, I'm going to now start the bottom part. This is what I call the Rembrandt lighting. Think of window light coming in and only shining on the figure. There you go. There's your carrot with a little bit of a head and the feet coming down. And let's not forget to anchor them. Looks pretty convincing. Let me do it one more time. Okay. In here will be the head. Come over here. Keep it really loose and juicy. That's why I'm using these big, sloppy, beautiful squirrel brushes. And there's the figure. Don't worry about anatomically correct. How boring is that? So here's my carrot, kind of a funky carrot. Now the bottom part. This would be the legs. Now I'm going to show you something here. Look, we're cutting it right in half. Right along the belt line is the background going, meeting the floor. Well, you don't want to have it cut in half. You want to blend the background a little bit like this one right here. Alrighty. So let me do that right now on this one. Do a little bit of a blending. They're pretty much straight up and down. I know these carrots aren't very active, but let me show you at least this part here of a carrot. Over and over. And give them some personality here, right? They all don't have to be straight up and down. They all don't have to have two legs coming down, maybe one behind the other. Something like that, giving the illusion. Now here's the best part. To blend it, I'm going to use a different brush with some white on it. So now I'm going to blend this a little bit. Here we go. So it's not a hard line like a belt line. And now I'm going to blend the background a little bit too. Changing the proportion a little bit there. And coming all the way down to here, to white. More white on my brush, coming back in here. Yeah. So it kind of gives me the illusion of a figure, right? That's straight up and down. Let's give it some personality. And let me show you what I mean by that. So here's my small sketch, straight up and down carrots. Let's give them a little personality. They don't have to be straight up and down. Look, have them zigzag a little bit. This is where it gets to be way too much fun. Up and down, over to the right, this way, to the left, over here. Then make them bigger. This is a good example of dark to mid-tone to light. Down here, dark, mid-tone to light. Same thing here. This is no carrot. She's got some personality. She's a performer. Great subject matter here. Zigzag. Look at this. Still dark, mid-tone to light. Dark, mid-tone to light. Great fun, right? Practicing this one a whole lot, we'll start giving them some personality. Make them do something. Not just standing straight up and down, but doing something. I like circus people. They're always doing something. Or straight up and down. Elegant women walking away. Acrobats. Mom and dad at a museum. Just the silhouettes. You don't have to do the dark and light kind of thing. Just the silhouettes. As long as you're communicating the concept. It's all about communicating. What's the story here? Are they just a bunch of carrots? Or are they carrots at a museum with little heads? There's your story. Now we get into color. Doing the same thing with color. Thousands of uses of color, right? Here's one dark, mid-tone, white, dark, it's reddish, mid-tone to light. Same thing. Here's a real straight, simple, forward version of the same thing, but just black and yellow. Just black and yellow. Still dark up here, mid-tone, white. Dark here, mid-tone, white. After doing many of them, hundreds and hundreds of them, it's fun now to do quarter sheets, half sheets, and give them some personality, color. Think of just color. Not anatomically correct, people. I'm not interested in that. We can all do that if we work long and hard on it. I don't have that much time left, so I do them quickly. Here's one, a full-on view. Dark, mid-tone, and light at the very bottom. The same thing, but variations of that. It doesn't always have to be so rigid. Have some fun with this. Have some fun. That's the whole idea. Make this not something you just don't want to do, drawing the figure, but something you're excited about including it. So include more figures in your paintings. Sketch out, go for long walks, draw the people on the beach on long walks. You'll see them, they're all a bunch of carrots. You'll start to see carrots with little heads walking on the beach. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful for you. It was for me. Get out your paintbrush, paint more, sketch more, draw more, practice more carrots. I'll see you on the next BobBlast.